Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great start to their day. I am going to be closing out a chapter that I've been stuck on for so long, and it's going to be with this guy here. So we're going to be doing a little pour over with the Chemex using this because I don't have the right equipment to get it properly grinded up and brewed in my machine, and I've accepted defeat. And you know what? Gotta just accept it for what it is and move on. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close it out. We're gonna have some fun, hopefully some luck with these guys, and pray that we close it out pretty strong. So I'm gonna get this going, and I have the tea kettle on the stove right now, so let's get it started. All right, and what we'll be doing with the pour over recipe, I kind of changed it up recently, and I saw on Reddit someone mention a 1 to 20, I think it was. So what I'll be doing today is 16 grams of the beans with a total output of 300. I'm pretty sure that's the right math, but the last few times I've done it that way, I felt like for the two different coffees I've had, it pulled pretty well. So I would like to replicate that with these beans here. Let me just get this cleaned out. And then with that same recipe, I recommended 93 degrees Celsius for the water temp. So after it boils, I'll let it sit for a little bit until it gets there. I think we're already done. I think the water's good. I'm hearing it. Yeah, water is set. And the other thing too, I did not go out and buy these flowers. These were put here by my fiance. So thank you, fiance, for sprucing up this video. Okay, so we're gonna shoot for, I'm not gonna grind it yet, I want it fresh. So I've been having trouble with the espresso, I've been getting it to 1. I usually would do 20 or 19 for an older bean. I'm gonna do 18 for this. That's what feels right. So let me get this filter folded up, and so I could be as accurate as possible, I'm gonna go get my thermometer and take a reading of the water. Make sure it's at the 93 degrees that we would like, or at least like 95 to wet the filter and Chemex. And then from there, it'll be sitting right around 93 when we go for our first pour. So with this new recipe that I found on Reddit, which was posted by a user who bought a bag of beans from a roaster, and the roaster or that roasting company left those pour over notes with the purchase of the bag of coffee. I don't know if it's on the bag or if there's like a little note that's left with it, but that user on Reddit mentioned it worked out really, really well, flavor wise. So I think from what I remember, for myself, it's going to be 45 grams bloom, let it sit for a minute. Then it's going to be 125 grams of water poured, let it sit for about 20 seconds or until it flows through, and then another 120 grams or 25 grams to finish it, and that should get us at 300, right? Yeah, yep. Okay, so let me take a reading of this water, let me make sure it's good, and then I'll get you guys set up for the pour over. So we're at 102. So I'll take this time to get the camera set up. So we're at 95.6, and I think that is fine to start with. So let's get these beans grinded up, and we'll have it at 18. All right. Okay, got those in there, reset it, and we're gonna go for our bloom, going for 45 grams. $25, $30, $45, $46, roughly 46. So let's let that sit. Oh, I did not warm, I forgot to warm up the paper in Chemex. Ay, ay, ay. It's all right. It's all right. It's gonna taste good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. Nothing but challenges with this roast, huh? But no, it was totally, if you have a stronger machine or better, more efficient machines, I like go for this. Micellar washed, I mean, it's new to me. I would love to have a better setup and try it again. But overall, I mean, the coffees that I've had from Native, which again is Diego Bermudez's showroom. Okay, coffee roaster, roastery. Hold on, 50, 60, 70. Oh yeah, I definitely messed up. It's okay though, it's okay. All right, yeah, Native coffee roasters, like try it out. His beans, Diego Bermudez, are solid. Every one I've had seemed pretty good. Obviously, I've had my challenges with these two specifically, but I think he has very high quality beans, and it's worth the spend if you want an experience that's a step above like your local coffee roasters, your typical local coffee roasters. Okay, so we're at 181, and I need 120 grams more to go. I need to control my water flow better. I'm still not great at it. So, dang, I wish I had better lighting for you guys. Actually, let me try. Yeah, I put the flash on. Okay, so we're gonna do our final 120 to get to 300. I'm gonna go nice and slow. Where are we at? 250, 60, 70, 80, 298. Did I do a good job? I don't know. Am I going to enjoy this coffee either way? You bet. So, I don't remember the tasting notes. All I remember is one of them had pineapple, the other one said yellow fruits, one said mulled wine, and that's all I remember. But that was, it was a fun experience. So this is a good way to just enjoy the rest of it. I do have another bag of coffee as well that we'll be looking at together at the end of the video. And after this week, so sometime next week, I'm gonna start my coffee roasting. I originally wanted to do it downstairs in my so-called coffee roasting area, but I think because I don't have any proper ventilation set up, we're gonna come up in the kitchen and just do it over the stove, so I can use the exhaust fan up here. So we'll get some roasting in. I have some bags I need to hand out to some people. All right, so we're at 4 minutes. So this is probably a little too fine of a grind, because we should be Should have been around 3 minutes. It's all right. But let's get this poured out and we'll get to tasting. All right. Let's get this poured out. It's gonna be hot, so we'll do some chatting before we try it. Yeah, this is gonna be way too hot. Let me take a sip. It's not terrible. And it's still, yeah, it's still hot. Okay, let's let that sit for a little bit. Yes. So things have been moving with the house. We had to put in a hand railing this week. I did it 2 days ago on Monday. I had to put that in just to confirm with our insurance that we have it, so we still qualify for the insurance that we have for the house. So I put that in myself. That was an experience, but it came out looking pretty good. Tomorrow we're going to be having someone come and do all of the spackling on our first floor, spackling and sanding. So they're going to do all of the cracks in the joints. They're going to be doing all of like the nail poppings or screw popping, whatever they are, like the little hole, like circular bumps that you'll find on walls. So they're going to clean that up and prep it for us for painting, and hopefully we can get the painting next week or the week after. We'll figure that out. I was thinking of maybe even taking some PTO if possible to get the painting done. I mean, we have the first floor it's not like a small home. It's not big, but there's a lot of walls that need to be painted. So we're gonna get that painted, and then we could finally start bringing up everything from the garage and from the basement. We could set up the beds, and just excited. So finally, like getting to move in. I still feel like it's too hot, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I grinded too fine because it slowed the water flow through the grinds and could have created a more bitter coffee because it's going to be over extracted. So we may get a bit of a harshness in this, which is what I'm thinking I'm tasting. But in the beginning of that taste, I am getting like fruity notes. Let me do my little slurp. It's fruity. I can't tell what it is. I can't tell what it is. But it's good. You know, I think we have surpassed 2 months since roast date on this coffee. But it's tasty. It's really good. It's tasty. You know, I'm sure I can't even get the best of it because I literally didn't have the right grinder, I guess, to grind, which blows my mind because I feel like that grinder is really, really good for the price and have never had an issue like this. The only other time I could think of an issue where we had a grinding issue for prepping the puck was, I think I brought this up before. I was in Virginia visiting my friend, and we visited his friend who has her own like coffee truck business. And I brought my own roast down, and asked if we could, go into the truck and try out some of the coffees that I've roasted on her La Mazorca. And we did, and there was one coffee that no matter how fine we grinded on her commercial grinder, like it was not pulling well at all from her La Mazorca. And we were so baffled and confused because every other coffee was good. So it's like, what happened with that roast that created such a finicky coffee? So it's just interesting. I feel like now that it's cooled down, it's gotten better. It's just interesting, like what can cause that? If you guys do, if any of you roast and are familiar with what I'm talking about, definitely let me know, like in the comments, because I really don't know. And I was even talking to Grok. I use the Twitter AI sometimes just for help, and I didn't even get an answer from them from what I remember, from what I remember. So I'm just like, what's going on? And funny enough, I'm probably going to be expecting some messed up roast with my first time back in months. But so excited. We're going to be flying through these roasts. Yeah, this definitely has gotten better. Tasty. We're looking at pineapple, tea, mulled wine, cinnamon. Pineapple tea, mulled wine, cinnamon. Should have kept you right there. You know what? It has a tea-like taste because of how light the roast is. So I feel like that's naturally going to happen from my experiences. I feel like that's naturally going to happen with my experiences with light roasts, is that it's going to have a strong tea-like taste. There's definitely a fruity tone in there. I don't know if that pineapple taste still exists, but I definitely have tasted something fruity. And mulled wine, again, I really don't remember what it is. I think it's something with like something of it like being a sweet wine. So I'm not too sure. But that's it. We're done. We're done with these native coffees for now. If anything, I was gonna say maybe I'll buy another one for the future, but you know what? I think for now, we've had our experiences. We've had a bunch of videos on it, and we're gonna move on. So native, Diego Bermudez, thank you for the experience. For the next coffee we do, I picked up another coffee from my farmer's market that I manage from Philly Fairtrade Roasters, and it's gonna be their Tropical Churroso. It's their Colombian coffee, Antioquia, roasted on the 14th. So fresh. Excited for that, and can't wait to try it with you guys. And that may potentially be the last bag of coffee I buy until I get some roasted coffee of my own. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to trying that new Philly Fairtrade Roaster coffee with you guys. And just looking forward to the next one. I'll see you guys then. Bye.